All right, shalom, everyone. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked. The Lord said, as usual, you guys are always late. What I can say, Hmm. but I will forgive you. Uh, I saw today in the news something like a kind of a comedy. You know, uh, you know. Let us see first the scenery here. Give me a second. All right, take a look with me. When when they talk about a human being and a human right. I mean, obviously, you have a lot of a human right to the point to bring people, forcing them to keep waving their hands like a machine non-stop. That because there is a human right. You know what I mean? That's only happen in countries that have a human right, where we can force women, growing women, to come and wave their hands like this. Those things only you can see in China and North Korea, in any wicked communist country. Today, I saw in the news that Putin and this is Putin visiting China. So Putin and the president of China, they are talking about the evil behavior of America. All right, and they are speaking about a human right that countries, they should not attack other country, and they should not force people to change their friends. I mean, look who is talking. Isn't it this Putin is the same guy? He says Ukraine cannot join the NATO. Isn't this the excuse he attacked Ukraine, saying that NATO is getting close to us? Hmm? You cannot force somebody to change his friends, but you can, right? And you destroy a country, and you kill hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions. So this is the comment both they agree on, like this is the announcement by both. Both the countries are against attacking other countries, and they are calling such a behavior a hypocrite behavior. Use of negotiation as a cover for preparing such a strike. Really? Uh-huh. Putin do not need negotiation, yet he do the strike without an issue. The assassination of leaders. Look who's talking. Look who's talking. The assassination of leaders. They even assassinate their own men. Anyone who oppose Putin, he will end dead. The Chinese communist is no better. There's many men being killed, even foreigners like a rich businessman who is was killed in 2011 in China. All right, they poisoned him. The opposition of Putin, Natalie, whatever his name, Naftali or something like that. He ended dead by poison. They took him to jail. First, they tried to kill him in Germany. The stupid guy, he survived, but he think for some reason, I don't know, he's so stupid. He think he can go to Russia. He went to Russia. In 2 seconds, they arrested him. They took him to jail, and then he died in jail by natural cause. Natural cause. What is the name of the leader of Wagner, the criminal? You know, those mercenaries. He threatened Putin. Second day, the helicopter fell down on him. An explosion goes on. Uh, in 2002 and 2016, the Chinese government, they made their tanks goes over their own citizen in Beijing, killing tens of thousands of people. Nobody actually knows exactly what was the number. China, they occupy, actually most of it, China is not Chinese. Many countries in China are not, and they have nothing to do with the Chinese government. They never been part of a China. But the same as many countries in Russia never been part of Russia, who dare to say no? You know? So they talk about other countries' sovereignty and the right of people to choose their leaders and assassination, and they want to give you schools about ethic. You know, if we go right now and check what this wicked man Putin, as an example. Actually, I wish I can play for you some videos, but they have copyright. I have some videos actually. I recorded them myself, but they will not present much because I could not record. I was planning to go to the front line actually, but I did and in the last second, the officer, like there's like a stop signs. He said we did not receive anything confirmation that you're allowed. We have to receive, even though we have something with us, but they said we have to receive it us, not you. We have to receive before you come here. So I had to go back. I could not record anything, but I recorded some buildings destroyed, in those cities. Uh, but anyway, you do not need me to show you. You can type Ukraine and you will see how cities are totally demolished and burned. And they are giving us speeches about ethic. When I was in Ukraine, I posted a video, I don't know if you saw it, how the bombing was happening in the city, behind me, in front of me. Massive bombing. This is Putin speaking about civilians. He don't attack civilians. He don't. Putin never attacks civilians. Right? Putin would never attack civilians. Who can believe that Putin would attack? No, there's no way. Right? You see, until now, Trump, he is hesitating to hit even their electric grid. Putin, he was hitting the electricity from the first day. Even their nuclear facility would generate electricity because, in order to stop the electricity, you have to attack such a place. It's not enough that Soviet Union, which means Russia, caused Chernobyl, which caused the death of tens of thousands. We don't know actually. Some they say 100,000. We don't know how many people died. How many people after that died from cancer? Because Russia don't care about Ukrainian. They want only to get the benefit of what they built there. And Ukrainian die, they die. No incident happened in Russia for nuclear ever, but will happen only in Ukraine. This is this is Ukraine, and Putin and the Chinese president who support each other in this war. The Chinese, they are like Chinese government. They are like a leech who suck the blood like a mosquito, and they get the benefit of the war. When the war is happening, the one who buy the Chinese, the Russian oil is a China for very cheap price. So it's for the benefit of a China. The war continue. The same as in Iran. They are enjoying that very cheap Iranian oil because there are sanctions. The only one there to buy it, and Trump don't do anything about it, is China. So, you know, they are qualified to teach you about assassination of leaders, subversion state, subversion state. Look who's talking. Are you going to give the Tibet back? They want to attack. Actually, when Trump he was there, the Chinese president, this criminal, he asked Trump, if we attack Taiwan, are you going to defend them? And they are talking about subversion state. Go and see what they are doing in the Philippines. They are harassing the Filipinos, kicking them out of their islands one by one. They are coming all the way, even to Ecuador, to Peru, to Panama, doing fishing there. Fishing. What's China have to do fishing there? They are destroying the fishing industry for those people. They come in a massive ships. And who there of those small countries to say no to China? Who there? Nobody. So they give you speeches about right and wrong. It sounds very much like Muhammad. You know Muhammad? Muhammad is a very decent person. He's full of ethic. He's dripping ethic. The Muslim, they will say to you, the Quran says, if a person killed one innocent man as if he killed all mankind, which is something they are quoting from the Bible, by the way. This is not Quran. This is a theft from the Bible, from the Torah. However, but then they will not tell you that innocent man is a Muslim man. When the Muslim, they say innocent man, they mean honest, a Muslim. Anyone you kill, he is not a Muslim, he is not innocent. Somebody saying Trump is a Russian asset. That's not true. You see, countries like I saw today in the Ukrainian news saying we do not know why Trump is in helping Russia by lifting the sanctions 30 days from the Russian oil for the oil it's in the sea already. uh, in fact, USA is sacrificing a lot to keep the sanctions because the gas price here is so expensive because of this war. So to keep sanctions, you should know that if a Trump is an asset for Russia, as you claim, why he added way more sanctions on Russia? In fact, until the last week, Biden was in the office, USA was still buying oil from Russia. Go check it out. Go check it out. All right. Until the last week of Biden administration, USA is buying Russian oil. So the sanction to support Ukraine was a mockery, was a lie, because how we put sanctions and we buy their oil, all right? So don't speak without knowledge. Uh, every government, they have different approach for things. Trump, he tried his best actually to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. Trump, he can do something wrong, can do like force Ukraine to do things, but obviously he proved to himself that he's wrong. The Russians are not interested in peace. They were playing Trump, and you can say Trump sometime he play fool, but that not because he's a bad person, but because he's trying to stop this war. Ukraine is out of men, my friend. The church I went to, I saw nothing but old women. Even young women, they run away because there's no jobs, there's no money. You know, you can find maybe a job in big cities where still there is some industry running. But men, either they are dead, or they are in the front line, or they run away to Europe. So they will not serve in the army. The situation is horrible. So if Trump, he can stop this war, he tried many times, but obviously, as we expected, Putin is a wicked man. He was playing him. All right. Uh, and always you need to remember, a president of a country, his concern is his country first, not your country. And I'm sure other countries will do the same. Like now, when USA needed help from many European countries, NATO countries, during the war, they refused even to let them land in their airports. Right? So the American, they spend a lot of money. They send soldiers to defend Europe. They have bases everywhere. And when we need them, Spain did not even allow one airplane to, not even one ship, even for food, just to stop to get food. They did not allow them. The German is no better. The French is no better. Everybody no better. So every country make decision based in their fear, worry, politics situation, etc. Nobody will care for you. So if you're expecting Trump to do charity for you, you are mistaken. All right. However, we don't take a side. We say things as it is. So I find it very funny that uh, they are talking about they should not be involved with the domestic political situation. So why the Russian they were in Syria? The Russian they were bombing the terrorists in Syria non-stop for how many years? Almost 10 years. So if you are against involved, why the Russian army is exists in Mali right now? Exists in many countries in Africa. Remember, they are against involved in domestic issues for countries. You know, they have to solve their problems alone. They have militant, they have army in Libya. I mean, they have everywhere. But you American, you cannot do that. We can do that. And they are talking about provocation of regime change. So who's the one when I attack Taiwan? Because the regime in Taiwan keeps saying we are not the Chinese. In fact, Taiwan is not the Chinese. Taiwan is not the Chinese, never was. You see, a long time ago, I used to think, oh, this is a China, and those, those rich people, they came and they occupy Hong Kong and those islands, and they took them away from China. So you know what? They are right. They should take it back. But then I did more study. I found that Taiwan never was a Chinese. The native people in Taiwan, they are not Chinese. There's a Chinese ethnic groups in Taiwan, yes, but they are not the native people. All right. So they hijack a country, they take it, they try to own it, and they do as they wish. The same as Putin, he invaded Georgia. He took half of the country in less than 24 hours. And when the Georgian they called the American for help, the American left them die alone. They fooled them. I remember at that time, the American they were like, they are exchanging visit with Georgia. They told them, yeah, we are with you. Don't worry, be happy. Here we go. Putin is coming to town. American nowhere to be found. The same what happened in Ukraine, actually. The American and the European, they betray Ukraine. They told them, we are with you. We stand with you. The second Putin army crossed the line, everybody run. Not only that, they closed their embassies. Not only that, actually, Biden, he encouraged Putin to attack. If you remember, a day before the attack, Biden, he said, let me be clear. I'm quoting word by word. You can find the video. Let me be clear. Whatever happened in Ukraine, we will not get involved. Well, he just told Putin, take it. Because Putin, he might think twice, maybe 10 times, before he go there. If this guy make a sentence, says, we will not stay standing still. But when all those cowards, so-called NATO, they left those poor people alone, poor people alone. They have no army, they have no tanks, they have nothing. The Ukrainian army at that time is a kind of a joke. And this is why Putin, he said to himself, I will take it in operation. He called it operation, not war. All right. So when we speak about ethic, those people are the last people they can speak about ethic. They are schooling you about right and wrong. I'm not saying Trump is like he is a high ethical. This is not what I'm saying. But we cannot compare America to those countries. In America, inside the Congress, there's 50 congressmen and women. They voted against Trump, claiming that Iran is a good country. If Iran shouting every day for the last 60 years, death to China and death to Russia, what the Chinese and Russian would do? If the Iranian, they keep doing conspiracy, even they try to attack and kill Trump more than one time. We have many people arrested already. They are paid by the Iranian regime. In fact, the Iranian regime, they are going to vote soon in the parliament, so-called parliament, for a big budget to assassinate Trump. And I don't know how this idiot Trump is going to sign an agreement with them. I mean, how they are signing a law to sponsor assassination officially. And you want to sign an agreement with them, you have to be an idiot, literally idiot. I wish and I hope this agreement will never happen, because if we sign an agreement with the Iranian regime will flourish, will get stronger, and then next 3 years from now we will get a potato Democrat president. He give them a hug, and even he might send some expert to teach them how to make a bigger bombs and more powerful army. Uh, I will lose 100 social credit if I say Taiwan is not China. It's not. It's not China. Never was China too. The local, go check it right now. The local people of China are not Chinese. They even have different look, different face, different skin color. They are different. They are not Chinese. All right, we're not making things up. You see, USA, when they took over some areas, they did not take it by force. As an example, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, they joined USA without war. Same as Guam. USA did not occupy it. They have their freedom to leave, to stay, or to join. The Marshall Islands, all of those, they joined USA willingly. Nobody hijacked them. Nobody took them by force. And not only that, they gave them a local government. They ruled themselves, which means they get the benefit of being part of USA, but they don't give anything to USA. They don't pay tax to USA. They have nothing to do with USA except getting an American passport and protection of USA. But if we check about the other countries, like Putin, is it Chechnya part of Russia? We know that this is a Muslim country. They hate him. They hate Putin specifically. I mean, if we go just not long time ago for the war in Chechnya, and we see what Putin himself did to this country. Uh, the capital of Chechnya, the Chicken Republic, because they look like chicken actually. They always dress like turkey. They are so proud of themselves, but they are chicken. Yeah, they are chicken because like if they are a chicken, they will not sell their land to the Russian, and they will not. It's against Islam to take Christian and Jews as your protectors. This is a Chechnya, or what left over when Putin attacked it. All right. So how in the world those people they call Putin our Lord, our leader, after he did all what he did to them? This is what left of Chechnya. All right. And then you will see a wicked man like Kadyrov. So you know what the Russian they do? They bring a proxy, a dog, to rule the country. The previous president in Ukraine, he was their dog. So everything is fine. He is just a toy. He is not really a president. So Ukraine became independent, but Ukraine have no freedom. Ukraine is not ruling. The one is ruling is Putin. Any agreement when to sign, any sale when to do, any trade, Russia have to approve it. So what the Russian they do, they bring one of you. He is a wicked. He is a traitor. If I show you the house of the ex-president of Ukraine, you will not believe it. You know, he was the puppy of Putin. You remember when the people they start going in the street in Belarus? They want to have independent from Russia. They want They want to change the regime. The Russian, they send their forces to Belarus to support the regime. Hmm? Remember, uh, Putin, he just said we should not involve, we should not try to change regime or involve in any domestic, we have to respect the sovereignty of a country. This guy is a president by the guns of the Russian. 0-1. In fact, he said he will be honored to be a general in the army of Putin. Imagine a president. He's a president in his country. Why in the world you want to be a general in the army of somebody else? Because he's a potato. He's a traitor. He's not a president. He is literally a general. Go check it out. You can search right now about the president of Belarus saying, it's an honor to be a general in the army of Putin. So the second you try to, the people, they try to change the regime, right away Putin, he sent his army to defend. Those are Russian, by the way. Those are not his army. Actually, all his bodyguard are Russian. Right? But it's funny how they, Chechnya became Muslim because of Ottoman forced by the sword. My friend, let us say they become Muslim because of the sword, but they are not Russian. Are they? They aren't Russian. We know Islam is spread by the sword. We know that the Ottoman, they did a lot, like they forced Islam in Albania, in many territory, but it's still that doesn't give you the right to occupy the land of somebody else. Chechnya is a very small country. The population is not even 1.5 million. But when you look at this Kadyrov, you think this guy is a king of like a billion citizen. You know, if you think like if you look how he proposed his army as like so strong, it's very funny. When the Ukrainian came to them, they run like cats, literally like cat, nowhere to be found. All those Chechenians supposedly with their gear coming to Ukraine, they are not even going to the front line no more. Uh, yeah, but anyway, what those two wicked men they say is very funny. Like if someone, let us say, a government of a Switzerland saying that, I would say, you know what, they can talk. Those people, they don't put their nose in anybody business. If this is said by someone, they have, like democracy, human right. I mean, who are you? Look who's talking. Who's talking? The most two wicked regimes who support North Korea. And North Korea, if a person he mentioned one word against this Kim, who he looked like a pig, literally he looked like a pig. His people are so skinny, but he eat like a pig. Look at the welcoming. And by the way, just in case you do not know, the Chinese, they took a land from Russia, and the Russian, they don't dare to take it back. The stupid Russian, they lent a lease to the Chinese. I don't know how big the land. It's massive, massive, massive. Uh, and I think the lease was, I don't know for how many years. Now those years are over. China refused to return it back. Do Putin dare to wage war in China? Don't you want your land back? Hmm? How come he don't want it back? Why you sleep over it? Right? What the Russian they pay them a tribute, my friend? My friend, the Russians are sucking the oil of Chechnya. They are paying only to the president and his gang. There's oil there. So the Russian they take the oil, they sell it, and they give some money, for sure, a lot of money, to the Kadyrov and his dogs. We know that. So you're paying them nothing. You're taking their money. You're taking their oil, right? Uh, if we check, guys, do you know how big the land is? I just searched. Do you know how big the land which is China took from Russia? 1.5 million kilometer. 1.5 million, not 100. Oh boy. Only do Putin dare to mention it? He will not. See, all this territory here is gone. Yeah, but Putin will not dare. If China was still like the weak China 50 years ago, yeah, they will take it. They will wage war on them, but not, you know, not now. Now it's too late. He cannot even win a war now against Ukraine. The Ukrainians are hunting his army like flies with the drone. You see, the Ukrainian army is very short of men. It's a small country. Uh, 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 you know, Russia have a 3 time, 4 time more population. The Russian even they are hiring mercenaries from Arab countries, Muslim countries. I think both of them they are doing the same. But the Ukraine they are very short of men. But now because of the drones, that helped them to recover from the shortage. So if you go and watch the videos in YouTube, you will see that one drone is doing way better than like 50 soldiers. So they are short in men to fight, but their drones is hunting the Russian like crazy. They even go inside the window, like they go like they are hiding inside the house. They think they are safe. The drone go inside from the window, boom. So the Russian they are miserably are losing. This is why Trump he was trying to stop the war, but this wicked Putin, how he will stop the war if he did not make victory? How he explain, to his people after 40 years, how Russia, the biggest army in the world, supported the second army after USA, could not win a war with such a poor country. How you can explain that? And now, actually, as we speak, they are losing ground. The Russian, they are losing ground, which is not their land anyway. This is the land of Ukraine. So he lost a lot of population. He lost the money of Russia. He brought sanctions. All of Europe, they don't do business with Russia no more. The only one who do business with them is corrupt countries like North Korea, China, all the wicked ones, the trashy one, let us say, no quality. Uh, this is their friends. They became so much isolated. They became an enemy to everybody. I mean, this Putin, he made a big disaster by this war. Uh, anyway, I just wanted to share with you this. I know this is not my topic usually to talk about Islam, but always Islam is connected. Remember how funny it is that Putin, he depend on Muslims to kill the Christians. China, they kill Muslims. But China is not like, they kill Muslims because they are like, they knew Islam is dangerous, but only they are against any religion. You know, tens of thousands of Christians go missing. We don't know how many. You can be arrested in China just because you are a Christian. When I went there, they allow me to go in China, but I noticed I being watched everywhere I go. That's why I stopped recording with my phone because they might accuse me I'm recording something secretive. China always they arrest American, so later they can exchange them with the criminals, like a hacker. Somebody he did a bigger crime for the sake of the Chinese government, so they arrest American, they accuse you with anything, and then you have to wait until your government negotiate with the Chinese, and okay, you release our guy there, we release your guy here. So they can fabricate anything and they arrest you. So I was, if you watch the video I posted many years ago, I was recording. There is a police car in every corner, everywhere, wherever you go. And I felt like I went actually, I took like narrow roads because I want to see that those faces I am seeing around me, are they really, following me or just maybe a coincidence going in the same direction or. So I took a narrow road. I like actually to walk in those roads to see how normal people live, not big fancy. So I went in narrow road and they were following me. You know, yeah. So I stopped recording and actually I deleted some recording because I said to myself they might stop me and take my phone and they can say why you are recording. Do you have a permission? This is a communist country. Who is going to ask them about what is right, what's wrong? They can do it to you. No, no, I was sure they are watching me. Uh, like the videos which the police appear, right away I did delete them. There's only one actually, but it was like a normal big street. But there's a video I took. I don't mean to took it by the way. I'm not like taking. I'm just walking in the street. So there was like a base, mostly like secret, like secret police. Those who arrest you and you disappear. They are not wearing uniform, but you can see the guns. You can see it's not a friendly place. So it was in the video. I deleted right away, and even I went to the trash. To but even that, they can retrieve files. I think like they have a special softwares. They can get files from your computer, even if you delete them. Uh, yeah, everybody is watching everybody, and because you are not a Chinese too, so you don't look like them. So like you will get the attention. If I look Chinese, you know, then it's going to be easier to merge between the population. Uh, all right. Well, I just wanted to share this with you. I know the topic is not important for many, and we do not have too many viewers, but it's something to discuss and see how those hypocrite, wicked people are. They speak about human right and subversion country, and they are the most wicked thieves in history. The guy is preparing himself. He asked Trump, if we attack Taiwan, are you going to defend them? Look how wicked he is. If Taiwan is a Chinese, you idiot, then the Chinese themselves, they will say, yes, we will go to China. If they don't want to go to China, obviously they are not a Chinese, and they don't want you. Nobody is forcing them, not America, not anyone. They don't want to be part of your country. They don't, right? But this wicked, he just a week ago, he asked Trump, if we attack Taiwan, are you going to defend them? Trump, he refused to answer. He said, I will not say. Uh, China is a small island and a small population. We cannot compare, I mean, sorry, Taiwan. We cannot compare Taiwan to China. However, because we are in a time where even a small country can be powerful because of technology. So the Taiwanese now, everybody knows they are good in technology too. They have their own drones, they have their own defense. They are really not easy cookie. So he can attack Taiwan, and there's a bigger consequence because the invasion will not be so easy. He will lose a lot of casualty and a lot of sanctions, the same as what happened with Russia. This is why Putin getting out of this war as a winner is a disaster for everybody, because now any big country can go occupy the country and do whatever they want. Big fish eat small fish, and there's many small fish. They will be eaten alive. It's not a secret. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. I hope you guys have a good time, and until we see you soon again. God is good. So is Jesus. We are the crusade. See ya. I might go live again later. We will see. Thank you very much.